Hi everybody, and welcome to video 10 of our Grunge art series. Now this is my design team project for LineDotArrow, and it's also a challenge event, and the 5 Facebook groups that are taking part in the challenge event are the LineDotArrow Junk Journal group, Haystack's Crafty Corner, Two Sisters Jam, Sweet Pea Papers, and Junk Journal Tutorials, and more. Now, I know you guys have probably heard this 9 times already, so I'm just going to do this really fast. You just make the challenge project, which there's one a week, and Natalie at LineDotArrow will upload it to her LineDotArrow YouTube channel, and all these links are below. Don't worry, just click on the More button or text, and all of the links and everything that you need for everything will drop down below. Now, you're going to get the freebie from LineDotArrow, Natalie, and those freebies you're going to use to either make the challenge. Now, you can use the freebies from previous weeks, too, together with, let's say you're on week 2. You can use week 1 and week 2 to make the week 2 project. Do you see what I'm saying? And then when you're on week 3, you can use 1, 2, and 3 to make week 3's project, if you're only going to use the freebies. Now, if you're going to use, and when you take a picture of your project and you post it in any of the 5 Facebook groups, then you'll get 1 entry into the drawing. And I'll tell you about the drawing in just a second. Then, if you use any of the freebies, week 1, 2, or 3, or any combination thereof, and the papers from the 5 kits, then you get 2 entries into the drawing. If you use just the kit papers only and no freebies, then you get 2 entries into the drawing. So each group is having a drawing, so that's 5 drawings with 3 gifts each, or prizes each. And so you have the ability to possibly win 5 prizes if you're entering in all 5 Facebook groups, which is great. You have a chance of 1 in 3. Well, no, that's not right. You know, there's 3 prizes in each drawing, so you have a chance to win 1 of the 3, depending on how many people enter in each group. The papers I'm going to be using are the Grunge papers. And there's 5 kits involved, and our project, as you can see, I got to a point where I couldn't move it all out of the way like I did on the other videos, so there it sits. So we're doing a black and white project. So the Grunge Ephemera pack I printed out in black and white. The Grunge background papers I printed out in black and white, but there's 30 pages, black and white, sepia, and color. The Grunge background papers, which one of these is called backing papers, I think, when you get to the shop. There's 30 pages of these papers, and so there's 10 in black and white, 10 in sepia, and 10 in color. The Grunge Collage pages, there's 22 of those, and I printed them out in black and white. And then the Grunge Junk Journal Kit has 22 pages, and I printed it out in black and white. With it being a complete junk journal kit, then you're going to get writing papers or journal papers, you're going to get backing papers, and you're going to get ephemera. All right, and that's that. I cut a whole minute off of my time. Yay, I broke a record. Okay. So we're working on our envelope stack, and none of these are glued. However, you'll notice that we're almost done with the right side. So we're going to do the last 2 envelopes, well, one's an envelope and one's a CD cover on the right side, and then we're going to try to get to this one on the left side, the other black one that I have set aside, because these 2 need windows, and we have to use the Big Shot for this one as well. Okay, so do you remember when I told you to keep the ends of that envelope, one's longer than the other or taller than the other? Well, we're going to use them. My neighbor's dog is barking. It's so annoying. Not the one upstairs. Their dogs don't bark at all anymore. So we're going to paper the front and the back. This is more interesting. Let's put it on the front. Oh, I forgot to ink this one. I inked the other one. Gotta pay attention. I wasn't paying attention. I inked the back side, but not the front. And these are pockets. Okay? Well, they're going to be tucks. See, and I didn't do there either. I didn't think I did. And we're going to attach them to the black card. So let's do this. And I just found this scrap and it just happened to be the right height. So I decided to add these in. I'm getting afraid that this is going to be too tall, but I still added these little ones in. But I'll show you why that ends up being okay. I think I'm going to add it as a flip up, and then it won't, oh, that'll still make a difference in the thickness, but we won't have to try to wrap this around the side. If we put it as a flip up, that won't really work, will it? Sure it would. Because we're leaving this open. So you'd have enough room to get your little card in and out. I went back on this black card and did a thumb hole because we're not going to be able to put a tab on it. Obviously, I couldn't cut it back any farther. I should have made it skinnier because we had already papered it and I wanted some of the black envelope to show. I don't know if you can even see what I'm talking about. Yeah. And then I just inked it. And I put it all the way through both sides. Okay. And there's still ephemera to be put on. I just don't know what I'm going to do with this. I had an idea. I know what I can do with it. We'll glue it onto the front. Because we're just going to stencil it. I wonder if we should stencil the back. I have to add some more glue to this bottle. Thing about I don't like about the Tim Holtz stamps is it doesn't have an image of what it is on the back side. There we go. Okay, now let's do the front of the envelope. Then everything's going to be backwards though. I want to stencil it in white. Now I went through and everything that doesn't have a window, even though these have a window, I did it to these too. I went ahead and cut the holes on the, or sliced the edges for the cards because I didn't want to forget. Yeah, see, now I'm contaminating my white pad with the black off of the stencil. Should have put you on pause and gone and rinsed it off and then dried it. Okay. My stencil slid over a little bit. That's all right. You know, that's what we could do. can slide it inside. Look at that. But we could open the pocket and we can slide this in here and glue it like this. Let's do that. Then we can still put the card in and out. Okay. Now we'll take the back of it and we'll put the writing paper on it. These are all scraps that I'm using. On the cards that don't have windows, I don't know if I'm going to bother using collage paper for the cards. I probably should, though. I probably should. I'm pushing this down to make sure that it's right up against the edge of the envelope, otherwise you can see it sticking out. Okay, let's ink this in black. I usually don't have this big of a mess, do I? I think our stack is going to be too thick, but we'll adjust. If we have to, we can put a notepad, a big notepad on the last side. In fact, to save time, we might do that anyway. I'm still watching that show Everwood. I don't even know why. I don't know why I'm watching it. But I can't stop watching it. We've already cut the side. And I think this was 5. I should have looked before I erased it off here, and then I wrote it on the back. That's 6. That's 1. Is there a 4 over here? Yeah, see, that's a 5. 2, 7. That's 4 left. So what's missing? 3? Okay. Let's hope that works. If not, we'll figure something out. Okay, and that goes on that side. This one goes on this side. Okay, so we need to take this and then we need to cut the hole in it. We're going to use the largest one. I've lost somehow the largest one. I have some more circles. I'd have to use the second to largest one. The largest one is a 4-inch, which is what this is, but it doesn't really, for some reason, these are off a little bit. These ones from Amazon, they're off a little bit, and so even though I inked this, you can still see, you know, the hole. So I'm going one size smaller so that we know that the window will be in the hole. Okay? So we're going to take this paper and we're going to cut it to size first. And I've cut this already. Oh, I didn't set paper aside for the inside. So we're going to put this one here. I'm just going to have to look for the shiny spot from the lead on this one, right underneath that one. And there's text on this, so it's directional. Look, I'm going to open, I do want to open the ink. And I don't want to glue it on yet either. So I want to ink it. When you cut the hole in it, it's hard to ink the edges. So go ahead and ink the edges first. Because once you put the hole in the center, it's pretty flimsy. So you can still ink the hole, but it's hard to ink around the edges. So if you do it first, you'll be happier off. And then we're just going to lay it on here. And we're going to lay the die right in what looks like the center to us. We do have a little bit of playroom because of the size of the die. Oz. Hey. Get away from the door. I knew it. He had his head stuck out the sliding glass blinds. Okay, so we'll take this out and then we'll have a circle card. That's not our timer, don't worry. I took my medicine right before I started this and then I forgot to turn the alarm off. Okay, so we'll have this round card. Put this back in here so we don't lose it too. It's got to be in the drawer somewhere. I keep these in a drawer. I have them all sorted, you know, circles, squares, rectangles, blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's ink the inside. And, nope, I don't have an S tape big enough. Another fresh sheet. Alright, how many times am I going to do that, do you think? I've got it way back there so it doesn't, because it's all inked up, I don't want it to roll across anything and make a mark. Okay. Oh, we don't need to do this. How silly am I? It's a CD cover. It already has acetate on it. All we have to do is put it on. Oh. Oh, Terry, silly, silly. Kind of gluing the whole thing because I want the edge to glue down. I don't normally do it this way, but I thought I would try it out and see how it went. Okay, text. It's going on the right side, and the text right side up. does that look so small? Yeah, I like it much better when I can, darn it. When I can slide it around. Okay. I'm going to put the lines on the back of this one too. We'll still put pockets and stuff. Let's try to make this one a little bit bigger. Number 1 right. I'll write it very, very lightly. Yep, you guys definitely must be eating, because I am so hungry all of a sudden. Do I want it? I want the top. Oh no, I could do it this way. So I can either do it this way, or I can do it this way. I think I like it this way better. There's a big glop right there. Then we're going to need a paper for the inside. Which I forgot to set aside. You know, we could put this in to match that. I'm going to put this in. Let's do that. Okay. We'll mark it here, and then we'll cut it shorter. Okay. Now we don't have to ink this, but I'm going to ink it along here because you're going to see it here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. But you don't have to. Okay. So now we're going to put this in here. And then we're going to flip it over so that we've got the white side up. And then we're going to glue along the edge. Okay. Then we're just going to mush it flat. And of course, glue came out. It's no good. You don't want to glue it shut, that's for sure. Now I know that was smaller than this. There we go. What a big mess. Okay, we'll let it dry like that. And that's complete. Except for it was number 1. Right. So it goes on the right hand side. These are left. These are all the right hand side ones. Let's do this one. Isn't it crazy how I found those 2 scraps that are the size of these 2 envelope pieces? And this is another reason why you keep your envelope scraps. You never know. You might just throw them away at the end of the project, but you never know. Sometimes you can use them for pockets. Okay, now this one's going to be on the right. So it's going to go in this way. So I think we might want her, no, that's going to look upside down. Let's do her this way. The other one was on the front. What if we put this one on the back? Let's put this one on the back. And I'm going to check out this stencil. If it has black on it too, I'm going to wash it off. and dry it and then bring it back and unpause the video. I don't want to get any more black on that brush. I didn't think about the brush. I was just thinking about the pad. It's going to go on. Oh, it can't go on the back. It's got to go on the front. Wait a minute. If it goes on the back, it'll go like this. And put this on here. We could stencil that, couldn't we? Or stamp it. I don't want to stamp it like we did the other one. Like I said, you'll notice I'm using up all my scraps. So I had a lot. It's right side up. I may have only used white on this one. It kind of looks like I did. I don't know why I keep getting black on the white somehow. Some way, somehow. May have done this backwards again. So we should be able to put it on the front. Just seems like maybe this is going to be this way. That's going to be that way. I think I did it. I think I got it. And I didn't have to glue this, remember, because we're leaving it open like a tuck. Okay, I want to cut this off. And I want to ink that. Well, actually, that's going to be inside the envelope still. In case you see the edge, you know, from inside the edge of the envelope. I'm sure I did that on the other one. A little cramp in the old fingers here. Okay, we're going to do this on the back. Okay. glue on there. And like I said, I don't really care where it goes. And we're going to flip it over, and then we're going to push it down and make sure it's right up against this edge along here so that it doesn't show from this side. Okay, I'm going to paper the back side. Nope. That looks like it's been done with black as well. Maybe I'll just paper the front. Oh, goodness. Now, I want these little lines down the center, close to the center. So we're going to cut it here, I'm going to cut it there, and then we'll cut the length. Now, I think we'll put it with the bigger lines at the top. But I think what we'll do is I think we'll paper the front, and I think we'll put collage paper on it just to throw something in there, something different. Just have one. Now these three are exactly the same as the ones we've already done, where we cut the window in, put the backing paper in, ink the window, acetate in the window. So I think I may just do these 3 envelopes off camera. Then we'll come back and put it together. There's 5 left. So I don't think we're going to be able to see it if we put a collage paper on the front. I don't think we'll be able to see any writing. And then we'll put it together and glue it. And then I'll make the bazillion cards. Well, 9. I'll make 9 cards, because we have 9 envelopes. Yeah, it's better that this isn't in the center, and then I can have the tab from my tag stick out. Okay. All we have to do is the front. I really would like to stencil that. I think what I'll do is I'll stencil it off camera after I've washed the stencils. Okay, so I'm going to stencil this. I'm going to do the windows and the acetate in these just like I did the others. Remember that you can't cut the pocket slice until you've taken it apart, put the window in, and put it back together. Then you can cut it along here for your pocket. Okay? Paper the front, cut the window, leave it open, put in the ink the circle, put in the acetate, put the paper in the back if you need it, which I think we do on this one. We're going to put the black stripe. You know, maybe I'll wait and do this one. No, we're going to do this one just like we did this one with the partial black in the window. This one. But I'm going to move it over so that this black goes all the way to the edge up here, so that when I glue it in to this, or to that side, then I can leave it as a whatchamacallit, tuck. I knew I knew the word. Okay, this is one right. Okay, so these are all the ones for the right. That's all of them. So I'm going to stencil this one. I'm going to take this one apart. Okay. I'm going to paper this. Oh, I can't get a hold of the paper. Let's use this one. Where did I mark the height? It's got to be over here. There it is. It looks a little wide, doesn't it? Which way is that lace go? This way. Doesn't matter, we're going to cut a big thing out of it. because we haven't cut the side yet either. Okay, we've only got 4 minutes left for an hour. So I'm going to stop here. And then when we come back, I will have this stenciled and these two done because they're regular. This one's different than the others. It's got that, it's like this and it doesn't go all the way up. So we'll do this one when we come back. And then I'll glue this down and cut the window. But I want to show you how we're going to do the inside to make it work. Well, you just glue the strip of black paper on here so that the piece of black paper reaches all the way up to this black line. And then it doesn't have to show as much in the window. You can just... and then you want to glue it on the inside and then glue it to here. Okay? All right. So I'm going to go ahead and get these done so that we don't have to go so many videos because we still have another section to go and then we still have the covers to go. Okay? All right. I will see you in the next video, and that will be just a second for you and a day for me. Well, actually, an hour for me. All right. Thanks a lot for coming in. Bye.